Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is part 2 video for 12 types of physical evidences. In my part 1 video, I have discussed 6 types of physical evidences and the rest will be discussed in this video. So let's get started with it. So the 7th physical evidence can be glass. What is a glass? A glass is a hard material. All of us have seen glass around us. In one way or another, we have seen. For example, in windows or in form of utensils or in our phone screens, in our spectacles, right? So in one way or another, we all have seen glass and we use that in our day-to-day life. And since glass is so commonly used, it is often found at the crime scene as well. As I said, we use that in windows, so the perpetrator might try to break in through the glass by breaking in through the glass. So in that case, glass will act as an evidence. So generally at the crime scene, we find broken glass pieces and that acts as a evidence. The sources of glass could be multiple. For example, it could be from window, bottle, headlights in the case of car crashes. They have unique chemical and physical properties because they are made up of different types of materials. For example, what is glass made up of? Glass is made up of mainly of sand, silicon dioxide or SiO2. It has sodium carbonate and limestone in it. Other than that, there are various materials added to it in order to enhance the properties or change the properties to make it crystalline or to change its color. So the chemical and physical properties can be different in different types of glasses, and this is what we can use to compare them, to compare two type of glasses to know whether they are from the same origin or not. Then there can be glass shards on the hair of the perpetrator or on the clothes of the perpetrator because they're so minute that they can easily settle down and the human eye won't be able to recognize it. Glass can also help us determine the entry and the exit points of the bullet. Example can be broken glass, as in this case, broken window, car glass broken. All these things can act as an evidence. Next we have hair. So all of us have hair on our body, right? So during the course of the normal hair growth, there's a hair growth cycle. There are different phases like anagen, catagen, telogen and exogen. So the hair tends to fall off when it is in these two stages. So they get readily lost from the individuals, and due to Lucas' principle of exchange, these hairs may be transferred from one place to another, from one person to another. Because hairs can be transferred due to physical contact or due to Lucas' principle of exchange, we can easily associate them, as in a suspect can easily be linked to the victim. If victim's hair are found on the suspect, then they had some kind of contact, and if suspect's hair is found on the victim, then also the same thing. Other than that, first of all, what does a hair look like? A hair looks like this somewhat. Alright, this portion is the root portion, and this root portion actually contains DNA. So if we have got a hair that has the root portion intact, then we can easily extract DNA from it, and then DNA is going to give us full proof who is the culprit or the perpetrator. Next is fingerprints. So we all have fingerprints. What is a fingerprint? Fingerprint is a kind of print that is present on the fingertips of every individual in the world except for one rare genetic disorder known as dermatoglyphia, in which there is no fingerprint present on the tips of the individual. But in most of the cases, fingerprints are there and they are unique patterns. Every single person has their own fingerprint. It is unique. Even identical twins do not have same fingerprint. And what are these fingerprints made up of? They are made up of patterns, certain patterns. There are 3 patterns mainly. There are whorls. Whorls look like this. And we have arch. Arch looks like this. And we have loop. Loop look like this. So these are the unique patterns that are present on the fingertips or the fingerprints. There can be 3 types of fingerprints that can be found at the crime scene: patent, plastic and latent. So latent are the ones that we cannot see through our eyes, and for that we have to develop using some kind of powder. For example, here in this case, a black powder has been used to develop these invisible fingerprints. So whatever thing we touch around us, we're leaving fingerprints, but we cannot see them because they are latent fingerprints. Then we have plastic fingerprints. Plastic fingerprints looks like these, which are somewhat 3D. Here you can see in this clay in this region, fingerprints are there and they're somewhat 3D. Also, these kind of prints can be found in like chocolates or dough or cheese, etc. Then we have patent fingerprint. Patent fingerprints are the ones having some kind of color. So when fingerprints comes in contact with something that has a colorful substance, colorful liquid or colorful powder, then that leads to formation of colorful fingerprints, which are known as patent fingerprints. So fingerprints, since they are unique, they can be easily compared, and we can compare the fingerprints present at the crime scene with those of the suspect, and we can have a full proof that okay, this person was present at the crime scene if the fingerprints match. Next we have impressions. So impression is anything that is created when two objects come in contact with each other and some kind of force is applied and an impression is formed. For example, bite marks. In this, what two objects are coming in contact? The skin of the individual is coming in contact and the teeth. And when force is applied between the teeth onto the skin or hand of the person, then that is leading to formation of bite mark, right? And that is an example of impression. Similarly, shoe prints. So force is applied between the foot or the shoe of the person and the soil or the sand. They can help us identify the origin of the crime or suspect or end. So tire marks can help us determine the origin, where the car started if it is a mobile crime scene. Or the shoe prints can also depict the same, where did the culprit came from and where he went. So impressions can also act as an important evidence. Next is organs and physiological fluids. So the organs that can help us in case of poison are liver, gallbladder, brain, kidney, small intestine, pancreas, uterus. All these have to be analyzed in case of poisoning. Other than this, blood, semen, saliva, vomit, all these things can also be present at the crime scene though, so they can also be analyzed, and DNA can also be extracted from these. Last one is soil. So different kind of soil is present in different parts. So variation in the soil from one place to another makes it an evidence. How? If a person from a particular place which is having some peculiar kind of soil travels to another place, we can easily check the shoes of that individual, look out for the kind of soil that is present and determine where is that kind of soil present in that particular area. And if the same kind of soil is present at the crime scene also, then we can easily link that person to the crime scene. So soil has different types of mineralogical, chemical, biological and physical properties, and this helps us differentiate one soil from another soil. It can give us important information to criminal investigation as transfer evidence, as I said, because many criminal cases takes place under circumstances such that the soil transfers to a victim or a criminal. So the soil can get transferred to the criminal also, from criminal to victim also, and also to the crime scene. So these were the 6 remaining physical evidences. Now we have completed with all the 12 physical evidences. If you haven't seen the part 1 video, then I have provided the link in the description box. You can go and check that out. So if you like the video, then please like it, share the video and subscribe to my channel. Also hit the bell icon so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Have a great day. Bye bye.